Hi, welcome to my chess channel on YouTube. Thank you for visiting. Today's date is the 26th of May 2018. Here I have another vision for you of Shag Point still, and this photo was taken on 15 May. Now let's get on with the game for today, which is a bullet chess game between me and myself as black against white Ukraine. And as mentioned previously, my rating on chess.com for bullet is not very good, but it's okay. But anyway, have a look at this game if you so wish, of course. So here we go. So it's 1 minute chess, of course, 1 minute each. So this is a typical position from my hand in the F5 French, which really does deserve a look. Already I can actually play this move, but I don't really recommend it because F3 for white is a bit knobbly, the whole position. I'll give you an example. Okay, new variation, F3. Now I can take this pawn, I can win a pawn here, but it's kind of neither here nor there, if you get what I mean. So you can see that I've just lost the pawn on E4, so it might look good, but it's not necessarily. So I play knight D7. So I've just about developed and white still hasn't developed. So Queen H4, I'm now officially developed, even though I'm throwing my queen out into the fray. Knight G3, there are other moves like G3, Knight G3, Rook F6, in your face attack. Now I might play here, no I wouldn't. This move I thought of playing for white, but no, that's no good. So very, very simple why this is no good is because black relieves white's defense of their queen on H5 by bishop G3, forcing queen H4 or something similar. Bishop H4, good for black. However, if we look into it, this might be interesting. And here we just play here. So I'm just showing some analysis here. And now the bishop cannot be captured, and it's given the black squared bishop of mine a flight square, preferably here or maybe even here, but not there because of rook E7 by white. So my analysis is no good for white, sorry. C4, doubling up the rooks, and I've still got ahead of development of that of white. C5, and here I thought I could play what did I think I could play? Yeah, that's what I thought I could play, is this. Okay, this, 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 and so on. But what I failed to miss, everyone's seen it, is this. And all of a sudden, I'm in a lost position for black. I played bishop c7, so rook h6 doesn't work, as bishop h6 is embarrassing for black. Rook f1, more or less defending the pawn on f2. I played bishop g4. Now, because the queen's gone to d2, I can now play rook h6. But the resulting position might not be good, you think, maybe. h3. Now play bishop g3. So that, just to be absolutely basic, here is checkmate, or here is checkmate, or similar. Even bishop h2, if we want to be a clown, okay, is checkmate. So I've just taken bishop g3, and white takes back. Now I remove the rook, the king, and now I play rook f6, check, and now I play what? Now both pieces are attacked, so you might say, well, you're forced to play it Weegenaar. What you have to play is what you have to play. So what do I play now is I play queen g3. I'm going to lose my bishop, aren't I? Now this threatens, who knows, some checks. This threatens, let me just be showing a variation here. Threatens queen h2, check. And now wherever the king goes is a problem. If the king goes here, then I have rook f6, check, etc. And more or less the queen wants to go on the way here. Because if the king goes here, then I can play queen takes pawn check. If the king up here, then everyone can see rook f3 is checkmate. So really, other than here, which is rook f1 checkmate, or queen f1 checkmate, or something to that effect, king here, then I have rook check, and then king here, really more or less the best for white, and rook here wins the queen, even though it's all right for white still, because I've got a rook and a bishop. So here we go into the main line. Queen f4. Looks like black's going to have to fold the pieces and give up. I now no longer can play queen h2 check, etc. because of just queen takes queen. Duh. So what do I play now? So that's a wee exercise for you. I'm sure everyone can see the next few moves or so, which you have to see sort of two lots of 3 or so moves. So what is my continuation here? So as you'd appreciate, it's always quite simple. So I play here. Now first of all, find the move. Sorry, please find the move that I played here, and then what to do about white's response, and how I follow up. Okay, so we've got first the obvious queen e1 check. Is that any good? Doesn't look very good, because then doesn't white just play queen f1 defending the check, and then the queen has to move away, and if the queen moves away, then guess what happens? The bishop takes the rook on h6 with bishop h6 from white once my queen moves away. So that's not very good, is it? And like previously mentioned, I can't play queen h2 check. So let's look into queen e1 check a little bit more deeper. Okay, so I'll go queen e1 check. And then the only move for white is queen f1. Now what? Do I just play queen takes queen check and king takes queen f1, king f1, and then maybe rook h1 check? So what? Then black will be met with king f2 or e2 or something to that effect, and b3 and bishop b2. But hang on, isn't there something a little bit that we're not seeing here? What happens if queen e1 check, queen f1 to defend the check, and I can't go queen e3 check, so because of bishop takes e3 and etc. But what happens if I think about moving my rook soldier to h1, checking the king again? Is that any good? No, it's not very good, because you just lose your rook. Duh. Hang on. If I move rook h1 check, then isn't that removing the defense of the queen of the king to the queen on f1 of whites, and thereby I get to win the queen? Is that what happens? And by the way, this is all bullet chess, 1 minute chess, of course. Again, I must reiterate. So queen e1, even though I'm very slow at it, queen f1, rook h1, king h1, queen g5. I don't say this is a particularly great move, but if bishop takes pawn, of course queen takes rook is very favourable to black. So b3, like I said before, this is what black wants not to be met by, because it threatens to get the piece out for white. I go queen f6 and queen h6 here, and there is the end of the game. So my opponent must have lost on time, I believe. I have this move here, of course, that white should really defend against by something to that effect. So black won on time here. I didn't lose on time, I won on time at least. Okay, thank you very much for visiting my YouTube chess channel. I hope it helps you in whatever level you are at chess, particularly fundamental stage, which may help. So I leave you with shag point look-alike. This is the same image almost as yesterday's photo of my hand from a Samsung digital camera, but it's a different perspective, or more body to the what is involved, or I've lost the wording, just the brainwaves gone dead if I've got a brain. Thank you very much. That's all for me on The Muppet Show. David Weegenaar over and out. All the best with your chess.